Beyond the Gates time. Let's get into it. We open with Anita emerging from her bedroom. She is tired from the chemo. She's talking to Vernon when the doorbell rings, and it's Kat and Sam. They want to check on Anita, but they also want to talk about the cotillion that Sam is going to be presented in soon. They wanted to show Anita the dresses that Sam was considering, and they wanted her input. Of course, Anita did not deny them, even though she was tired. So they all have a great moment together. They're looking at dresses, and Anita tells them about how the Articulettes performed at an after party for a cotillion back in the day. And this is what basically sparked Anita's interest in both the cotillion and being around women like the women in the cotillion, because she said even though they had different backgrounds, because remember, she came from Chicago and had a rough upbringing, but even though they had different pasts, she said that she and those women had things in common, and she had hoped to continue to be around women like that as she got older. And look at her now, basically. We see Jacob meeting up with Derek at Uptown, and he tells Derek about the double date that Naomi and him had with Ashley and Grayson. And then Derek starts to, fish a little bit. It seems that he's come to the realization that he and Ashley, just weren't the best for each other, but he's still trying to fish for information. And Jacob's like, let's not talk about that. And Derek apologizes basically, and he says he doesn't want to put Jacob in a tough spot. So then Jacob starts talking about the Anita diagnosis and the BRCA gene testing, and how he's afraid that Naomi is going to do the same thing she did about the false positive pregnancy test. He feels like she's going to shut down. Derek was trying to encourage Jacob, and he was like, if me and Ashley had what you and Naomi had, we would still be together, and that some things are just meant to be. But Jacob does not believe that. He is very practical, and he was like, basically, he believes in communication and things of that nature. We also saw Tyrell and Jessica at Orphe Jeans having a quick meal, and June is their waitress. Jessica continues to poo-poo on anything cotillion related, and Tyrell is trying to change her mind. We also saw Eva and Ted at the hospital, just catching up. We haven't seen her for a while. Ted is updating her on the illness and the gene testing. And, Eva doesn't understand why Kat doesn't want to know. And Ted also tells Eva that he wants her to reach out to Kat. And, he checks himself. He's like, you know what? That's selfish of me to ask, especially considering how Kat has treated you. But Eva's like, if I were to do it, I would do it because of you, Dad. Hold that thought. We also saw the fallout from Haley walking in on Bill and Danny embracing. And Haley is so horrible. They start trading jabs, her and Danny. And Haley's like, I think it's great that the kids will have someone to lean on just in case worst comes to worst. Implying that, Danny, you can go ahead and... Bill was so heated. Okay? Danny decides to leave after that comment. And Bill let Haley have it, because she tried her usual, I did the... And he was like, I don't understand what your issue is, okay? I blew up my marriage. I chose you. You won the big prize. Bill is the prize. You won the big prize. And he was like, I just don't get it, because I think you're making these little jabs and comments trying to be funny, and not a damn thing is funny. And he punched the desk while he was saying it. He is over Haley's crap, okay? Then she tried to say something else, and he's like, yeah, whatever. We got a lunch meeting. Don't be late. And he huffs off. Ooh, we also saw Naomi at the hospital chatting with Shanice and Ashley. So Naomi was telling Shanice all of Ashley's business about Grayson. Like, ooh, yeah, they went out and this and that. And so these nosy women wanted to know every detail from Ashley. And let me tell you what, she gave it. Let me look at my little... my notes now. Hold on. She basically tried to deflect by saying, we're at work. We're at the hospital. And Shanice was like, I don't care about that. And neither does Naomi. So Ashley said, how I always used to have mint chocolate chip ice cream. And it was good and comfortable and familiar. But I never knew what I was missing. She had a different type of fun, and it was freaking delicious when she tried the new flavor of raspberry sorbet, which is Mr. Grayson. Shanice and I are so proud of this change that Ashley has made. I love her for her. So then Shanice just gives Ashley some advice to not butter don't butter the same place you get bread. And Ashley said, well, who's buttering Dr. Richardson's bread? And Shanice said, not me. And Ashley said, you should do something about it. And so Shanice did. Shanice went into Ted's office with that little nasty ice cream that they give you in the little cup. And she was like, ooh, I heard you like chocolate ice cream. And do you want to taste this? And then they start making out. I love it. But where is HR? So Eva happens to be in Orphe Jeans, and Kat and Samantha have arrived. Eva walks up to them. She says hi to Samantha, and then she starts talking to Kat. She's very nice. She tells her, I'm sorry for everything that's happening for you right now. I'm sure it's a lot. I'm sure you're very worried. And if you ever need anything or someone to talk to, you can lean on me. Of course, Kat was like, basically, you could take that sentiment and... Okay, she said, I don't want it. Stay out of my family. Stay out of my business. And Kat was like, you don't mean this anyways. And then Eva said, I actually do mean it. And the only reason why I'm approaching you is because our dad asked me to. But you can bet you're going to need me one day. And when you do, the sentiment will be go to hell. Because that's all that Kat has given her. And I agree. Jacob and Naomi go to the country club for a meal, and they see Bill and Haley. Haley calls them over, and Bill's just checking up on Naomi, and Naomi thanks Haley for the text that she sent yesterday, just checking on her. Bill forgot that he recommended that she do that. And so once he heard that, he started to get soft towards Haley again. He is such a lick for her. It's ridiculous. Derek shows up to the hospital for what? I don't know, because he's walking without his hockey stick or cane or whatever, and he sees Ashley and Grayson interacting. They're not doing anything crazy. They're just being flirtatious. Meanwhile, at the estate, Anita is about to topple over out of exhaustion. Everyone sees it, so, they go to leave. Kat and Sam leave. Danny has stopped by as well, unannounced, but she wants to check on Anita and Vernon. So she and Vernon had some quick conversation as well, just catching up. So like I said, Anita is tired. She's about to fall over. Vernon sees it. Everyone goes to leave. Anita realizes that basically she's not invincible and she needs to listen and she needs to get some rest. And so Vernon is taking her upstairs in the elevator. Danny said she will show herself out, which she does. And as she is leaving, Chelsea is texting her saying the results are in. So I'm sure tomorrow we will find out who, if any, between Chelsea and Naomi carry this gene. Oh my gosh. I feel like it might be Naomi, and they will use this to continue to create problems in Jacob and Naomi's marriage. So let's see, y'all.